It's a lot better than that game. They don't run off and they don't run off doing their own separate thing. And now we're introduced to which would I don't know what to call them, cicada. If I can just pick these bullets up, that would be the best. Well, screw it, because I'm not picking them up. About new cicada monsters, I mean, they're not really. They're a threat because they can jump on you if you're running away from them or if you're facing them. They're a threat in that sense, but as the game wears on, they're at least their importance diminishes. And also too, if I'm not mistaken, it's this room right here. They show up in this room, they're completely avoidable. You really don't even need to bother with them. But at that point in the game too, it's just like, well, we're making our way on to new and better things. Keep my shotgun on me because I don't know what's around next every corner. Cicadas. I totally missed that one. What I really didn't want was Rebecca getting hit. But see, yeah, they can pounce on you and they can take damage. But a couple shotgun. That one tried to lunge at me, son of a bitch. But yeah, a couple shotgun shells. I'll handle them, no problem. Actually blew one of their arms off. And we enter this room here, we get the white statue. Which again, Resident Evil is famous for padding it out. Actually, no. For padding it out. Not only do we need the statues for that kind of balance board, or I'm not exactly sure what it's called. Is it called a Libra? I'm not sure. I know I sound like an idiot right now. But not only do we need both of them, we also need to get items for it too, and they break them up. Just as in Resident Evil 1 with the crest. Which isn't such an important thing in the remake, but in the PlayStation 1, they're kind of like a big deal in order to move on to the next house. We're not right now allowed to actually enter this door here because those doors, they have a key emblem or some kind of key insignia on them. Okay, they're upstairs. And I don't have to worry about them coming downstairs. But since I'm back in the main hallway, might as well switch myself out as Billy so we can reunite. Because actually I need Billy at this particular juncture. And you get the freak move. Just like every unnoticeable zombie. Now I might have to kill you later. But you're not of any importance right now. And also too, if you leave them in a room with an enemy, I mean, they'll try to kill them to the best of their ability. It's not a smart thing to do, but if an enemy shows up, you know, they'll walkie you. But I would just prefer, if you have to leave one person behind, just make sure that they are by themselves or secluded to where enemies can't get to them. Just make a lot of sense. And also too, to save space in this very large hallway or main hall, I'm just gonna put these statues right where they go, even though we can't necessarily get to them yet, or can't exploit their use yet. You know, that's two items I could leave behind in the main hall that I don't have to worry about. And unlike other or most Resident Evil games, to where the shotgun or the grenade launcher, they take up one spot or one item block, as one would call it. They take up two, so that's definitely something you want to be aware of when you're item managing, or when you know an enemy, when you know that you have to encounter a boss or whatnot, is that they take up two item spots. So that means you have 4 for either, that's not even including ammunition, so that means you have 4 item slots for ammunition or health, or just a blank one in case it drops something, or you need to acquire something through the battle. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that now, but just saying. Since I don't have any shotgun ammo, I figure I come back over here in the corner. I knew it was there, but I didn't want to waste the space trying to pick up shotgun shells. And I think also too, so that's also ink ribbon on that desk there. And speaking of ink ribbon, that's the point I was getting to. I think the developers of the game were thinking, you can kind of drag and drop stuff along the way that you really don't need, and you'll never really come back to it. And in some cases, they did that just to, like I was saying, like pad the game out, make the game longer than what it actually needs to be. But in the case of like ink ribbon, I mean, the same case can be said in previous Resident Evil games too, but you can collect a ton of ink ribbon in this game. They just kind of think that, you'll save it, leave it there, and move on to the next room. I believe like every save room has ink ribbon in it, so that definitely helps out. But yeah, if you keep the amount of ink ribbon that you have, then you'll end the game with like 20 or something. But yeah, we bring Billy along. One is to get the shotgun ammo, and also too, if you save any of the shotgun ammo that you had during the train, you should actually have a lot more than you have. Well, more than I have. I actually picked up that hunting rifle to help me get through some of those zombies. But yeah, if you don't pick up the hunting rifle and you save all your shotgun ammunition, you'll have at least, I would say, 28 if you never use it at all. You should have about like a good chunk of shotgun ammo. I mean, I use some to get through the train part, but
I'll go alone.
That definitely helps out makes the game a lot easier getting through some of the difficult enemies and such. But like we did with the crank earlier, figure we just give it to Billy, because Billy, he's the strongest out the two, so he has to do some of the manly things. And you have to, as Billy, you have to switch over to Rebecca, and you can also swap items in between. I'm personally swapping items because I know an event is coming. But yeah, as Billy holds that, you just make your way down this ladder here as Rebecca in this little, I don't know what kind of area this is, pool area or whatnot. And we get the facility key. As you can see, it has the big red emblem on it. It'll allow us to get into the red door. Before we do that. Really, Rebecca?
Rebecca!
Really, Rebecca? You didn't even put up a fight. No kind of struggle whatsoever. But we're introduced to our first kind of mini boss. No, wait, no, it's not mini boss because we fought the scorpion. What was all these giant animals too? But this centipede here, I mean, he's pretty simple. I was initially gonna say just watch out for Rebecca, but as you can see, I shot directly at her. But the centipede himself, he doesn't have any like real attacks. The game just kind of, you know, they kind of throw this on you to think, you know, he's not going to have enough ammunition, he's not going to have enough ammo, so. I'm not entirely sure if you can run off. I'm not entirely sure if you can go to separate rooms and such with Rebecca getting caught, but he's pretty simple. Just avoid his legs.
Rebecca! Are you all right?
Yes, thank you.